I watched them decide whether to kill me while I was asleep. The first time you see your own corpse, you never forget it. It's not a corpse, I know. It's just sleeping. But from out here, floating 3 stories up and looking through my own bedroom window, that's what it looks like. Slack-jawed, chest rising and falling so slowly you'd miss it if you weren't looking for it. A piece of meat on a mattress. And tethered to me, is this shimmering silver thing that spools out of my stomach like an umbilical cord made of moonlight and cold dread. I touch my own translucent gut and shudder. Across the room, my body does the same, a phantom twitch. It's almost 9. Mom gets home from her shift at the hospital around 11. Plenty of time. I could go anywhere, float over the city, through the night, a secret god. But all I can think about is Zeka. He lives just around the corner. If I go now, I can see what he's up to. I'll tell him tomorrow at school, describe the exact brand of chips he was eating, the stupid show he was watching. It'll freak him the fuck out. He calls all this stuff I read about voodoo bullshit. We'll see. I remember the forums, the faded print in the books I get from the library. You are weightless, but you are not powerless. Believe it, own it. I take a breath. I don't need and push off from the window ledge. The feeling is like falling and flying all at once. The streetlights below don't illuminate me. They pass through me. A brief, sterile warmth that prickles my non-skin. I can see the gum stains and the fine cracks in the pavement through my own see-through feet. A smile stretches across my face, and I can feel the ghost of it on my real mouth, back in my room. I'm actually doing it. The corner of 48th is just ahead. A couple of guys are leaning against the brick wall of the laundromat, their faces hidden in the deep shadows of their hoodies. One black, one a washed-out gray. This neighborhood is full of guys like that. I don't pay them any mind. I just drift right toward them, aiming for the space between. I pass through the guy in the gray hoodie. And something goes wrong. It's not just the cold you'd expect. It's a jolt. A sick, greasy feeling, like plunging your hand into spoiled meat. For a split second, I'm not me. I'm him. I feel a flash of something hard and empty inside him, a coiled knot of want. He shivers, a violent spasm that rocks his whole body, and looks around, his head whipping back and forth. Shit, he mutters to his friend. Felt like someone just walked over my grave. I recoil, pulling myself back. The connection breaks. My heart, my real one, is probably pounding. I can feel the echo of it out here. I tell myself it's just a weird side effect, phasing through living matter for the first time. It has to be. I shake it off and keep moving. Zeka's building is identical to mine, a tired gray box. I don't bother with the door. I am in control. I push a hand through the brick, the texture like grit and static, and then step inside. His living room smells like stale beer and cheap air freshener. Zeka's on the couch, shirtless, a bottle of Corona sweating in his hand. His little cousin Leo is on the floor, mesmerized by the flashing colors of some wrestling match on TV. They're both screaming at the screen. Rai Mysterio, bitch 619, they roar together, jumping up and down. Zeka's beer sloshes onto the rug. A loud, rhythmic thump 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 comes from the ceiling. Zeka stops dancing and yells upward. Sorry, Mrs. Rodriguez. I'm watching them, this perfect little slice of a normal Tuesday night, and I feel it. A tug. Not a gentle suggestion, but a hard, violent yank at my navel. The silver cord goes taut. It feels like a fishhook in my gut. Something's wrong. Mom's not home yet. She can't be. I pull on the cord, trying to reel myself in, trying to get back. The sensation is nauseating, like swallowing a thread that never ends. I fly faster than before, a panic I can't quite name propelling me home. I get to my window and stop dead. Someone's in my room. The man in the gray hoodie. He's going through my dresser, pulling out drawers, tossing my clothes on the floor. My body is still on the bed, motionless, vulnerable. Fuck. What do? I can't wake up. Not now. He'll kill me. The other one. Where is the other one? As if summoned, the man in the black hoodie steps into the room from the hallway. He's holding something. It's black and heavy, and I know what it is before I can even really see it. My blood runs cold, which is a hell of a feeling when you don't technically have any. I push through the glass, a silent, invisible witness to my own potential murder. "Find anything?" the man in black asks. "Shh." The man in gray doesn't look at him. He raises a hand and points. Not at the drawers, not at my laptop on the desk. He points at my body on the bed. Without a word, the man in black raises the pistol. He aims it right at my head, my sleeping head. My body stirs, a soft moan escaping my lips, a reaction to the sheer terror flooding my astral self. The man in black cocks the hammer. The click is the loudest sound in the universe. The man in gray puts a hand on his arm, pushing the gun down. But he isn't looking at the gun. He's looking past my bed. He's looking past the dresser. His gaze sweeps the room, and then it lands right on me, floating in the corner by the ceiling. His eyes, deep set in the shadow of his hood, lock with mine. He sees me. He fucking sees me. There's no shock, no confusion, just a flicker of something that looks like recognition. A small, awful smile plays on his lips. "Nah," he says, his voice low, his eyes still fixed on my spectral form. "Leave this one." The man with the gun is confused. "What?" "He's stirring. Let's just pop him and go." I said no. The man in gray finally tears his gaze away from me and looks at his friend. His voice is flat, absolute. He walks over to my bookshelf, his eyes scanning the titles. He plucks one out. My oldest, most dog-eared book, the one on out-of-body travel. He tucks it under his arm. "Come on. We got what we needed." He grabs a pair of my sneakers by the door, and they leave. I wait. I don't know for how long. I just hang there in the air, trembling, staring at the empty space where he stood, the one who saw me. Finally, I dive back toward my body. It's not a gentle return. It's a collision. Pain explodes behind my eyes, a blinding white light. I feel like I've been dropped from a great height, slammed back into my own skin. A gasp, a real, ragged gasp for air that burns my lungs. My body is heavy, clumsy, lead. Blood is pouring from my nose, hot and thick down my lip. I throw my legs over the side of the bed and collapse onto the floor. My limbs won't obey me. I crawl, pulling myself up using the wall, stumbling down the hallway. The front door is wide open, swinging slightly in the breeze from the open window. I make it to the kitchen and grab the old phone off the wall, my hand shaking so hard I can barely dial. I lean against the counter, punch in 911, and wait for the operator to pick up. But I know this isn't over. The police can't help me. He saw me. He knows what I can do. And he took my book.